Hello and welcome, my dear friends. Yes, everything works perfectly. We are live today to code on some editor stuff, mainly on highlighting. I have just the hot topic to cover today. And of course, talking. If someone wants to talk, we will be talking, and I will try to give you the latest updates on the editor I'm currently writing. So let's dive right in. Let's look at what we have to work today with. This is what is going to be rendered in our current code renders just this. Let's go step by step about general architecture, so we have a clear understanding what is going on here. So let's go to the client side, and the main thing that client side does is that it renders this draw data struct. This is just some abstract type, draw data, that is defined in src kisa.zig. It's just like a header file, .h file in C, which contains all the types. And here, this is what's going to be rendered. Then we go to API. We have UI API. It's just like some kind of a high level behind the backend. This is a front end. We require these functions from the backend, right? And we do some stuff to just this is our example. This is example of this draw data. Let's go and see, for example, this line, nothing special, line number 1, and this segment has contents my first line. Then we have something more, something less simple, more complex. Second line, we have def, and we also have a style that it is a color base 16 red color. Then go to max. It is color is standard, but it has a font style of underline here. Then just regular bracket, then X with green color and bold font style, right? And we also can run zig build, run UI. Yeah, this is what we have here. This is with standard styles, just everything is standard. You see black background, white foreground. And this is with changing the defaults for the foreground. This is pink or magenta foreground, and this kind of gray background. Okay, and also this is relatively simple functions, relatively few functions that are here, and this is why this is just a front end. And for backend, so we are currently in the terminal, and we use terminal backend. Let's go to terminal UI, and this is backend. We just do some stuff. This is black magic, and yeah. Generally, a lot of things that we tell the terminal to draw the stuff on the screen, to actually draw the stuff, right? In UI API file, here it is. In UI API, we say that, okay, we have our primitives. Now we will not just draw something on the screen, but we will draw our data, right? This draw data. We will draw this one. And now we are in the highlighting. We are in the business of generating this data. We have this function, synthesize, that generates this draw data from some input parameters. And these are going to be a lot of input parameters, and this function synthesize is not going to be in highlight. But for now it is convenient to put it right here. And what we have here is what we have. some default styles, some data, init, denit, add segment, add selection. So yeah, let's go maybe run highlight. So we have currently two styles: selection. This is selection like a cursor selection, like in Cocoon. It is the editor I'm using. You can select. You see, I can select characters, and this is selection. I can delete it, or I can copy and paste it, right? And it means that this is an anchor, and this is a cursor, and everything like this is selection. And this is what we do here, right? There is anchor cursor, there is a reversed one, there is when they are both at the same place, and this is multi-line selection. And we also have a pattern selection when we say that this is a string that should be highlighted. Here we have the word "and". This is, by the way, a Ruby program. Okay, this is not, because it's not like it's just a text, but here it is a Ruby function, or method, as they call it. Okay, and what is our current problem? What I would like to work on today? It is this. Let's uncomment this line. So we say that "and" should be blue, and we also want that every E letter should be red here, right? And we have some conflicts because of this, because there is a letter E, there is a letter E, and let's see what's going to be. You see, right? It is not entirely correct. And why this happens? Well, I foresaw it. The legends were foretold. And here I put this fix me that says segments must be... Okay, always ordered no. Okay, divided as needed. This is right for seeing or for telling. Currently we have this strategy that we have a bunch of segments in our highlight data structure. This whole file is a struct. These are our segments, and each segment says the start, the end, and the style. And when we go to our decorate line, we iterate through all the segments, and we do what we define whether this line, this works per line, whether this line needs some highlighting, and if it does, we do this highlighting. What we need to do is to exclude some intersections overlapping when we add segments which overlap with each other. Maybe we need a little bit example and also a good comment to write for future self and for others, of course. So I'm trying to remember how they in mathematics they use a very specific number of words for theorems and such. Let A be a segment, and with start 0 and 5. Okay, so far so good. Let B be a segment. Let's make it not 0 but 3 and 5. 3 and 5. Let's create no intersection. this is an option with no intersection. Then an option with intersection from the side. For example, 1. And by the way, it is exclusive end, inclusive start. Let's make a comment here. Inclusive. Exclusive. Exclusive. People like to say exclusive, like elite. And end should be 4. So this 3 will be intersected here and here. One character will be intersected. Let D be a segment. Start with, this will be 3, 4, just 2 letters, right? Let's make it a bit more to work with. 7, then this should be 8, and this should be 10. 1, 4, then 6 and 10. Let A, B, C, D, E be a segment. Start will be, so these are from this side, right? Let's maybe let A be a segment, and a small addition like base segment. Overlapping from the right, or from the end. Overlapping from the start. Right, if we write from the right, this might not be true for right to left scripts, like Arabic or Hebrew. So we will try to be inclusive. This is important property to have in one's character at this time. And this is going to be 6. Oh, no, not overlapping. Then this is from the start, then this is overlapping from the end. Then we want to have and something that overlaps in the middle, right? And something that overlaps like completely. And let A, B, C, D, E, F be a segment. This is complete overlapping, and something like 4 and equals 6 overlapping in the middle. All right. Then okay. And how do we actually write it so that everyone can understand why there are exact numbers? Maybe we can say that examples of common cases of segment overlapping. X without S, right? Okay, so I feel kind of nice right now. Okay, so we'll need to just append this segment, but we also need to go through all the segments and decide whether we have some overlapping segments. Okay, let me think about it. All right, let's go and just iterate through all the segments that we have in highlight already. For self dot segments items highlight segment. Let's make it like this, and let's go case by case, right? So just make a lot of conditions for each case. A and B. If so, what is the case for A and B? If segment dot start is bigger than or equals to highlight with small h, highlight segment dot end, or segment dot end is less or equal, right? Or equal, then highlight segment dot start. If they don't overlap, we just say okay, we can add it now. Okay, I think that oh no, we should do so for every single segment in here, so this will not work. If we test it, this will still not work. Oh. Okay. It stopped working at all. Yeah, I think we will need to have some variables. Maybe this is continue. This will be here and like so. Maybe even no op, but let's go for continue now. So the idea is that we will want to add this segment anyway, because it will have a higher priority than all the existing segments. And here we'll just want to dice all the segments that are overlapping with the one we would like to add. Okay, this sounds like a reasonable thing, I'm saying. Let's check if it really is great as it sounds. So case B. Let's put it like so, I guess. Case A and C. If this is from the start. Okay, A and C. So this means that we will need by the way, yes, we'll need to ensure that start is less than end. Let's make it so if segment that start is more or equal. Wait, how do you do it? Can start and end be equal if start is inclusive and end is exclusive? Does it make sense? I think it does not make sense. What do we have here? Here we say that... Oh, no, it says selection. It is not exactly a segment. And what do we do in our selection? How do we go about... So here we have a segment that has both of them at the same place, and yeah, it does not look correct. And should always be... Is this even exclusive or is it inclusive? I think we have inclusive end. Something tells me. Something tells me. Let's look. So, yeah, we'll need to comment or delete. Okay, comment. So we have this things and 2 characters. Yeah, this is our cursor and this is start end. They have a difference of exactly 1. No, it is exclusive. Yes, it is exclusive. Right. If segment start should be always less than segment.end. And this means that if segment start is more or equal to segment end, then we can return error. Start must be less than end. Okay. Okay, we're still good. Okay. B and C, then let's go else if A and C. A and C. So if segment dot start is do we care about the start? We only care about the end, right? If segment dot end plus 1 is like so. Maybe we should first go with complete overlapping. Okay, let's both let's say about let's put conditions on both start and end of this line. Segment start should be less than highlight segment dot start and segment it's water. And segment dot end should be more than highlight segment dot start. So this is case A and C, sorry, when they overlap from the start. Okay, let's maybe make this a little bit like so. Is it okay? Let me check how. It's not okay, but it's fine. Okay, let's not do that. I have a camera aligned right to the brink of this window with text editing. Okay, and then we want to cut off this highlight segment. So we want to modify it in place. So we need a reference. Self segments items a reference to this highlight segment, and we would like to modify it. Highlight segment dot start equals we want to modify the start, so it is segment dot end and probably plus 1 or not? Oh, no, just segment.end. Okay, let me... I'm very bad with math, so I'll double check. So if we have, like, this is our highlight segment, and our 0, 1, 2, and then we have a segment that that covers 0, 1, like so. Yeah, this is our segment, this is our highlight segment, and we would like to exclude this number 2. This is the end, this is the end, 3 will be the end. Then we would like to have the start where the end is, at the 3, right? I think this is correct. Else, if... let's go for the case A and ABCD. This is overlapping from the end, yeah. Segment.start is less than highlight segment.end. Is it less just or plus minus 1 somewhere? Start is less than end. Yes. It is strict less than. And here it is also strict. Yes, I hope so. Probably there will be some little bug, because I'm a bit... I'm not so adjusted to thinking in this offsets in the buffer. Segment.end is... I probably don't need to make another condition. If start is less than this, and segment.end is... yeah, we should do it. Is more than highlight segment.end. So we do an overlapping from the end side, from the right side. Yeah, looks legit. And then we want to modify the end to be the segment start. Okay. Then else if... let's do A and ABCD E, A and E. What is E? Complete overlapping. Okay, this should be easy. If segment dot start is less than highlight segment dot start, less or equal, and segment dot end is more or equal to highlight segment.end. This is complete overlapping. Then we would like to just do what? Remove it. How do we remove it from this for iteration? That is, removing from the iteration is a bit hard. Do we make it a nullable, so we turn it to null instead? Not sure, I like this idea. Okay, let's... maybe we can just put start and end same number, so this is kind of nonsensical. Yeah, you understood me. Highlight segment.start equals highlight dot end. Great. Maybe just 0 and leave a fix me. Actually remove from the segments array list. Okay, and the last case, overlapping in the middle. else if segment.start is more strictly no. What if we have like this should be equal or not? I'm thinking about the option when the start or the end are same, but it's not full overlapping still. This looks like this option when segment is no, I think this condition is not correct, because A and C, this could be overlapping like from the left side and starting exactly where the highlight segment is. A and C. Okay, let's continue with this condition. It should be this. Highlight. No. In small case, please. Highlight segment.start and segment.end is less than highlight segment.end. So this means that we work with our highlight segment and we divide it into two highlight segments. Start, we say that start is equal to no, we don't touch the start. This will be our left shard, so to say, and will be equal to segment.start, and then we will add another segment, and this will be a segment with start equals to segment.end, and that end equals to highlight segment.end. So our old segment, and style, we also copy the style from the highlight segment, that style, like so. This is we divided one segment into two segments, because this final segment will be right in the middle of this segment. So let's now work on these cases. Let's also put it A and F. Okay, let's put on these two, because I don't think they are complete. So we will need the end should be more than start if they overlap from the beginning, right? But what about the start? It can be less than or equal. Yes, less or equal. This is correct. And we will also need to make sure that here we will have and or equal. Yeah. So these two cases, they're just a tiny bit good enough, so we don't have to divide the highlight segment into two, how we do it here. Okay, so let's try it. Looks like a good code. Let's see what Zig has to tell us about it. Okay, we still, this is fine. Oh, no, not fine. We have here repetition. Okay, let's do what? Maybe we can just some debug statements, right? How many times did we enter each side here and there? Or we can also dump all the segments that are present here. Let's go with the last option. So we should first disable our UID init, because it will flash all the data to the screen without defer. We'll just do it like so. And after that we can finally do some debugging. Printf debugging is the best debugging. We go with this highlight hl.segments.items. Okay, let's try. Cannot format slice without a specifier s or any. Okay. Okay, not a very readable mess. Can we hack without all these colors? Just segments? Maybe we should do a little bit smarter debugging than just this. Yeah, let's go just for HL segments items S for segment, and we will go with print start number and number, and as that start, as that end, and like so. Yeah, let's try this. Okay, we have our slices. Let's look for intersecting ones. 1, 3, not 5, 7, not intersecting. 16, 16. I don't really see anything intersecting. They look all correct, right? What is it? Ah, some notification. These all look correct to me. 64, 65, 60, 61, 65, 67, 61, 63. I think our drawing code is not very good at it. Let's look at draw data that is produced. What do we want to see from this draw data? Let's try to just dump it all. Okay. Like this. Any draw data. Okay, it doesn't want to show us everything. How about the S specifier for strings? Not too much progress. Okay, let's go line by line. Let's also use our tactics for draw data. And measure it like printing, debug printing. Let me go to Kisa to see the structure. So lines, and each line has a segment. Oops, this one. Lines, items, line, and for line that segments, that items. We also have segments here in this structure. They are not really, they don't have anything in common with highlight data. They are generated by using the segments from highlight data, but they're different. So we go with number, std_debug.print. First we print the number, our line number, like so. Oops, here should be the dot, line number. And then what do we do? Segment contents. Oh, okay, let's just print contents as and with a comma. S for segment. As that contents. Okay, this looks fine. not too fine. Items, const Kisa line. Oh, right. It is not an array list. It is just an array. Okay, we forgot about the new line. Let's put a new line here. Okay. Segments my I RS T L N and blank. Okay, this looks fine. Second line D D F max X Y. Okay, let's look at this one because it is the first repetition that we have. What would it be? Offset 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. First D is 14. We have 14 somewhere. Oh, I see here. That is not correct. Start is bigger than end. And this should be in the middle also. Or from the start, from the end. And this also tells us something, because we have a check that start shouldn't be bigger than end when we add a segment. Like right here. This is our check that start must be bigger than end. That means that everything that does not use this function can be very dangerous. Let's comment this line. So we still have it like this. Start is bigger than end. And here start is equal to end, which is also not correct. Okay, let's investigate. Segments, try append segment. Where do we use this append function? For decorate line, segments that append, but that is for draw data, a draw data segment. Okay, here we can allow appending segments, no problems. Okay, but here, what if we comment just this line? Nothing. Okay. I probably want to see whether these branches work or not. Compile log hello. Are you going to compile? Okay. It is for debugging during compile time. And we want something for runtime. But also so that, because this stuff is like we are capturing the UI for the terminal, and we cannot output debugging information during rendering of UI. We first must stop the UI, and only after that we can do something. We can just not render it for now. This, we can just comment all of this, and yeah, we will get our debugging info. Let's go and check each branch. std debug print continued. And then here we would like to say that changed shall start equals to number, and also not forget about new lines, otherwise we might get a little bit of a mess. And here highlight end, number, start, and here just that full overlapping, and we don't need any arguments. And here we go with S1, значит, highlight segment dot start, highlight segment dot end. Okay, let's go with like so. Start dot end. Oh, I mean segment dot start. So we print out the two segments that we have changed. So this is middle S1 and S2 segment. And let's make it like so. Yeah. And at the very end we write the others. So the start is from here. Yep. And the end is this one. Okay, let's go. Okay, we have a lot of continued, which is probably not very informative. Let's comment this line. So we changed HL start, start end, start end. So we made 4 changes. Here we made 4 changes. This is first change. This should have been, oh, it is full overlapping, so okay. First change, second, third, and maybe this was a change, but it shouldn't have been. Yeah, I think we're also playing with the fact that these selections are also taking part in the intersecting and stuff. We should only concentrate on these 2 final ones, because they go just... they are the simple ones that we can control in some way. Okay. Maybe I should take a look at more debug info than just this one. Changed. Let's go with more information. Changed A and C. A and C. And we should say that HL equals to this, and segment equals to this. Okay, let's go with like so. We go with segment, highlight segment dot start. We first print the highlight segment, and then we print our segment that we would like to insert. Segment dot start, segment dot end. This looks like a bit more information that could help us. 61, 63, 60, 61. 65, 67, 64, 65. 16, 13, 11, 16. This is not correct. This is not correct. Ooh, not correct. Okay. we have a couple of cases where we don't do the thing that we should do. Let's go and fix it. Let's put the same here. A and D. Okay, A and C, this is from the left, and this means that our AND word is overlapping with the E letter that we are trying to highlight. And what do we do wrong? If this is start is less than this, maybe we should also have like a before. That is hard to understand. Like, I need more information so I can clearly see what's going on. Yep, and we go with like so. And before it was start. No, we don't know what is before. We should go like this. Then we should go before and after. We know that our start will be the end, and end will be same for the highlight segment. That's better formatting for this. So this is what was before. We did not change anything. Then we will change the start to segment end, and we will have this one after, and this is our segment. Okay, so before 60, 63, segment is 60, 61, and after we have 61, 63. Okay, that looks correct. Okay, next one. 64, 67, 64, 65, 65, 67. This looks correct too. Just trim one letter from the left. Okay. Then 12, 13, 11, 16. That is not correct. Okay. But this is also the case that is not correct. We shouldn't be in the A and C in this case, right? This full overlap. Let me check the numbers. Start, end, and highlight segment, end. Yes, I don't like this. And this is too, I don't like. Oh, this should be this DE problem that we have it duplicated. And this should be this kind of space here. And 11, 16 is probably our cursor. Let me check. Yep, it is right here. It is our cursor that is overlapping. But it is okay that it overlaps. Maybe that we have this a bit strange here logic, because we insert two segments for the cursor overlapping. Maybe it is a bug because of this. We first insert this segment, and after that we insert No, we first insert this, and after that, this one. Okay. So let's go just fix 11, 16, 12, 13. 11, 16, 12, 13. Why do we get into the branch A and C? Maybe we just have confused something in this line, in the condition. Start is less or equal to highlight segment start. So the start is less or equal to highlight segment start. Correct? Oh, sorry. This one. This is correct. Next. Highlight end is bigger than highlight segment start. Highlight end is bigger than highlight segment start. Also correct. Yes, I think we have a precedence problem. We should have this statement be the highest. Oh no, overlapping the highest. Like this one. Okay, let's just put it right here. Okay, we have something better. And this looks correct. Let's enable our highlighting, like real drawing. It is here. Oh, look, we have fixed this one. Great. Now let's figure out what's wrong with these ones. It now looks a bit strange. This should be like a single word, and here it shouldn't be an N, but this red letter E should be actually the first letter in the line. Okay, and we also don't get any intersections. Maybe we are not correctly specifying it in the pattern. Add pattern. No, it's okay. Have start and I think that here we are doing fine. We have we are looking for the string. When we find it, we start is where we found it, and end is this index plus pattern.len. Let's think a bit why do we have this duplication. It is here in our draw data structure. Let's go and look at decorate line. Is this? No, I think we should still look for some problems with this structure, because we should get an overlapping when we try to highlight the letter E after we have highlighted the letter end, the word end. Let's also try to see if we are still doing the right thing here. Okay, and with just the letter E. Okay, this is also correct. but together something is not working correctly. Okay. Let's look at numbers, I think. Let's look at numbers, and after we append a segment, this also should be unreachable. I think we're missing some condition. Let's crash. No, we didn't even crash. Oh my god. Do we just look at numbers? All the numbers that we can get. Inserted. Segment start, segment end. Right. Oh, right. We also have our drawing enabled, so we don't see any debug output in certain functions. Yeah, we have here overlapping. Good, good. I was thinking that we had something very bad. Yeah, by the way, this looks correct. That we have a conflict, we have resolved it by changing 60 to 61. And our new segment is 60 to 61, and we inserted it, and everything is fine. And our final is 60 to 63, 65 to 67. This is blue word end, and we have this red letter E. I think our drawing function is not working correctly. Let's go and see. Let's go and see. Let's print out all the debug output from here. Let's check. Yeah, much less output. Let's go to decorate line. This is our function which does the line decoration. If I think this should be like this. Or not. Oh yes. Or not. Highlight segment that start is bigger than line end. Yes. Highlight segment that end is less than line start. Yes. This looks legit. Start and this is so we clamping on the line edges so we do not overgo to the left and to the right of the offsets of this line. So where do we even start? Are we doing some mess up in here? So if we go line by line, then We create an array list. We say that this is our processed index to keep track of the styled and not styled text. Then we continue the loop until we find something that is actually is here. That is actually on this line. And start end, we define clamping it here. Processed index start is we go and just add some normal style content and segments that append with append styled content, and we go with processed index equals end, and we just increment our processed index to the end of our styled text, and just some latest preparations. And then reform writes astronomy suggests the new category, software and game development. That's where all the developers are at now. Okay, thank you. Let's I will not even check your information. I believe you are correct on this one. Game. Okay, software category. Which does not really want to find this category, I think. Science. Oh, I think it is just not working correctly. Oh, if you switch might get probably 4x more viewers. I don't really care about the viewers, to be honest. Not that I don't like them, but I do not care if there are a lot of viewers. I think it is a bad addiction to be addicted to the number of viewers, so I try to stay away from it. But I will switch to software and game development. Thank you. Okay, let's go to our hard labor of programming. Processed index less than line end. We do some final appending of the normal style text, and we do some new line highlighting if the highlighting spans more than a single line. Danilo Boy asks, what kind of text editor are you making? Vim-like? Yes, exactly. I will do a Vim-like editor. It will be even more like a Cocoon-like editor. Cocoon. This one. This is the editor I'm currently using, and it is also a Vim-like, but nowadays saying that an editor is Vim-like is like saying nothing, because there are so many different sources of flavors of the editor you would like to call a Vim-like. Just model editing, yes. Is it going to be fully Vim-like? Probably not. You might not like it if you like Vim, let me say it like this. But you will like it, at least ideas, if you like, if you care about editors. I hope that this will be true, of course. Can't make you love things. I can only suggest. Maybe we can just do some printf debugging on the start and end here. Start and let's go get some debugging info. Oh no, we are doing same stuff, same formatting here. Let's just comment this. We don't need it anymore. Right, start and 0, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 7, 8, 9. So far so good. 11, 13. Let's go to this one. 60, 63, 60, 61, 65, 67. Oh, I see. Just some time ago, I said that, oh, come on, we don't need a sorted array list of segments. We don't need it sorted. I think that this is the problem. We don't have a sorted list of segments. Oh, use Cocoon too. Yeah. A great editor. Great. I don't particularly like all the features of Cocoon, and this is mainly the reason why I code my own editor. But yeah, Cocoon is really great. Well, I also use Emacs, so I like Emacs more than Vim, to be honest, but I like Cocoon more than Emacs. So a fine taste. A fine taste. You are a man of a fine taste too, I see, if you use Cocoon. Okay, let's just make it sorted for now. Let's restore the line here that I was saying. Optimization. Spacemax, sure, I tried Spacemax. With Vim key bindings, of course, with Vim key bindings. I maybe a year or so, then I changed it. Optimization. Use red, black tree. This is our old comment. Must be sorted. Okay, we will need to do some adjustments to the segments. We should the problem currently our algorithm for decorate line is using this processed index that is going like I don't think I can write it. I can explain it with my hands. The processed index is like some index, and you go over this index, you iterate, and whenever you see a styled content, styled segment, you say, okay, processed index stop. Now we write all this text with normal style. Now we write styled text, and then processed index goes again and again and again. And what happens here is that we don't have our highlight segments sorted, so the processed index is confused that we assign it to the end and it can jump back and forth because of this. And this is the reason why we get this strange duplicated output. So my initial idea was that we should just make it sorted. Then I thought, oh, maybe we don't need to make it sorted. But for now, yes, we need to make it sorted. And I don't see a quick fix to work with this problem. Because otherwise we'll have to do something like gather all the segments into a dynamic array and then calculate all the spaces between the styled text and fill in the normal text instead. And it looks a little bit more involved than just keeping the highlight array sorted. And moreover, we can also use an optimization, like using a red-black tree for this exact operation. Okay, let's just modify our little algorithm here to make it all sorted. Okay, here we don't need to do anything. Here A and C, is this sorted here? Oh no, I don't think, I think these are sorted. This is sorted, this is also sorted from the left, from the right. Oh, I see. sorted inserting is also a bit involved, at least for me. Do we have some structure in dig that could help us? Let's go this, make it a bit bigger, and go. List, linked list, multi-array list. Are there some tree in the tree, in the zig? Yeah, not sure. Table. Can we find something like red, black, tree zig GitHub? Red black tree, a templated red black tree. Templated. I don't like the word templated. C++, of course. Templated. C. Of course, of course. 4 stars. Okay, okay. It's not too hard to code a red black tree. I once did it with Clojure language and it was awful. But now we have an actual language that can be that is comfortable to write the data structures in, unlike Clojure. So I think we should be fine. But for now, let's just we have 2 appends, this one and this append. Now we need to make it an insert and insert it to the right place. Let's go and look fn insert. It is on, which is what we want. I think this is what we want exactly. Insert slice. Okay. So we have here, we'll have an exception that we do not want to append this segment, or not. No, everything is great. Everything is great. Let's just go and insert the segment at the right place. Here we don't do anything. Here we kind of not do anything. Here we do not do anything that would change the order. 2, here 2, then just this should be like how do you say it, ordered insert, and this should be ordered insert. Okay, for this one I think we can do an iteration with 4 with an index. How do you do that? Do you just like so? No? How like so? Is it going to work? At the X, and we say that okay, we have it here, and we would like to insert slice self I usize. We want to insert it at idx. So idx will be the index of highlight segment. This means that we would like to insert it just right after idx. Oh, I think we can also move it here, like so. Insert idx plus 1, idx plus 2. And also in all these places. idx, we would like to, here we would like to replace, right? Can we replace? Insert, replace range, and we replace a single item. To own slice, from own slice, need capacity, replace range, swap remove. No, it's not that. append slice, replace only range. Okay, I think we can work with replace range. Here we would like to just replace it at this index right here. Let's go and say that we would like to replace range, and we will go with start, length, new items. Start will be idx, length will be 1, and new items will be just this segment. And line, highlight segment, alright, segment, like so. Seems okay, seems okay. Here we would like to insert it. It is overlapping. A and C is overlapping from the start, so we would like to insert it as the next slice. A and D is overlapping from the left, so we would like to insert it to the left in the place, right? Like so. Okay. Is this good? Let's try. Array literal request address of protocol as to slice type segment. Yeah, it's probably not compile time known length slice. Can we make it anyway? We have. Can I make at runtime a slice of length 1? Like so. Array literal requires address of operator to coerce. Maybe like so. Please make it work. Array literal requires address of operator to coerce to slice. Well, I have put an address of operator right here, look. And you're still not happy about it. Segment. Okay, let's try with a buffer. Buff, const. Just use without. Okay, let's try. Yeah, I think it didn't like it. Zik is not. Zik didn't like it too much, you can say. Is this going to work? Maybe like so. Is this good enough for you? Good enough. Okay. Oh wait. I think I know what to do. How about this? Yes, I forgot to put the number here. Oh, like this. So the compiler can infer the number of elements. Okay, okay. I don't like what we have here because it does not contain any highlight information. But let's go and print it out anyway. Right, no highlighting information whatsoever. Right, I think that we don't have a case for the very first insert, right? Else. What if else? I think once we have inserted the segment. Oh, right. We can also put some statements like this. Here, that if our highlight segment start is, if our segment is like this, if highlight, if segment dot start is less than segment dot end, continue. Highlight segment. Is this correct? If start is less than end, no, if end is less than end. Oh, no, if end is less than start. Okay, if we are at the beginning and we have not yet reached the highlight segments that we will use. Yeah. And if segment dot start is bigger than highlight segment dot end, we can break because there will be no other segments that are sorted. And once we insert our segment, we also do a break. Because we have inserted, we have completed our purpose. We can be happy for the rest of our lives. Else unreachable. And maybe we can also say that if we have inserted, then we break out with should insert equals true. And every time we do it, we say should insert equals false. Because we have inserted already. If should insert, we just append a slice. But this might not be always correct because we still have to do some sorting. It's good that we deal with just intersections. But if two highlighted segments are apart and we do not intersect, but we are in the middle of these highlight elements, then we would like to insert this segment right here, right between them. So what this means is that this condition these are important conditions for us, I think. If we are if we are somewhere on the left and here we iterate through all the highlight segments until we reach one, And we go to the right from the left, and we should find place so that our start and end are ordered according to other highlight segments. And we should also deal with intersections, overlapping, right here. Let's remove some debugging. Oh, let's not remove it. I can deeply regret it a minute later. Let's at least do it like so, in a single line. Maybe we can do it like this. A case when no segment is present, we just do an append. If self segments items len equals to 0, we just do append. Replace range, good enough. Append. Return. So this is our first 0 case. When there are no segments, we just append to the empty segment list. When there are several segments, we should be a bit smarter. I don't think we need this variable anymore. Alright, let's figure out what we do when we don't have any overlaps and we are fine. Not overlapping A and B. This is our case. If we are segment end, segment start. Okay, I think this is just the final case that we have to figure out. Yeah. And I feel like my brains are not ready to solve this problem right now. So what I will do, I will continue working on my own. But I will do a commit and push it to Git repository. Do you have somewhere? Oh, I forgot to put this beautiful. Yeah, you see it, right? Let me... like so. This is the official repository. There is also GitHub. GitHub is Kisa here. This is the repository for all the people who would like to see it. And I will push commits. I will figure out this on my own later, hopefully without too much effort, just like a single click, and I will do everything fine. And let's recap what we have here. We have just finished our sophisticated system for doing this very hard task of highlighting text and resolving conflicts. And our system works by resolving conflicts as we add them, instead of trying to repaint like on top of already highlighted text. And I think this is great. This is also a bit simpler in terms of capabilities that are provided by the editor, because if we have already highlighted and we have built the text and content with highlighting information like the exact characters that we will output to the terminal, right? Because these characters that I highlighted because there are some invisible characters right before ND and invisible characters right after ND. And before ND says put this into this color, and after stop the coloring. And the problem is that if we have already painted our text and we have like a string representation of bytes that we would like to output to the console, it is even harder to repaint it in some way, right? So what we do is most efficient thing I'm capable of making up right now. So I hope this idea will be great and we won't have to rewrite everything from scratch. But hopes, I do not lean on this hope. I just hope that we'll have something more interesting than trying to figure out all these cases for overlapping and sorting and all this stuff. Mathematics is hard. So I think this will be a great end for the stream. Thank you for everyone who was watching, and also for all the YouTube folks who are going to view it later on. Yes, Danila boy, thank you. I really like that you liked it. It makes my heart warmer. Thank you. Okay, bye.